Thank you for joining us here at Overdevest Nurseries on a beautiful sunny morning in early summer. And here on the nursery, where we grow a very wide selection of outdoor garden plants, it's a pleasure to be able to take you into the nursery and to show you some of the plants that we have earmarked as being particularly good for performers for this region. That's the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic states. And if you'd like to be able to find out more about all the plants that we grow, I'd like to suggest that you think about clicking and subscribing to this channel, because then as we post new videos from our nursery, you'll be able to then get them automatically in your feed and perhaps then look for them through our network of garden centres that are located widely throughout our region. Now, if you've been watching any of the other videos on our channel, you'll probably have noticed that we've got quite a few roses on there, because that's something that we really find a lot of interest nowadays, particularly ones that are good, hardy ones that perform well in our landscape, but particularly ones that don't require a lot of maintenance, and with that in mind, certainly spraying for diseases. Now, we over the years have been testing lots of varieties. Over 200 different varieties have been scheduled in our trials, and out of that we picked the ones that are really good performers. And this morning I'm excited to be able to show you this relatively new introduction from the True Bloom series of roses. This is True Bloom True Sincerity, an exciting, short, compact growing one that, as you see, is absolutely breathtaking with all of its rich color on these large multicolored flowers. This is one that's been bred by Ping Lim from Altman Plants. Ping makes something like 30,000 different crosses every year, picks out as many as 250,000 or more seedlings, and from that a very few plants make it to the trialing stage. Then when we get them here in the nursery, we put them through the mill, and out of that we pick just a few. And this is one that falls within this range that I'm excited to tell you about today. Let me show you first of all. Here's one that only grows about 3 to 4 foot high. It's got this rich glossy foliage. It's very free flowering, and then when it starts to flower, look at these exquisite flower buds that just come out with this yellow color with a reddish tip to the petals. Then as they go through and they open, you'll see that it starts to take on more of a pink coloration to the flowers, altogether making a round, compact plant that keeps on flowering and flushes through the season from now, early summer, right through to the frosts of the autumn. And like I said earlier, when we've been testing them, this is another one that has really performed very well in what we call our no spray trials. That's where we put them out without any spraying, any fungicide on them, to see how they stand up to our local conditions. And I'm delighted to say that this one has been performing very well for us here. So short and compact, very free flowering, really good disease resistance. It's an excellent variety that would grow well in any sunny, well-drained position in your garden. You could, of course, use this as a single specimen, but when you see them here, and there's just a few plants on the end of this wagon, you can see the flower power that they give when you put them in together and put them in a mass display. And then imagine what you could do if you were to take this and put it into a container and set it on your deck or patio or balcony or anywhere where you're going to be able to enjoy the flowers. There is a little bit of fragrance, but it's quite mild, but it's nevertheless, it's there. But it's really these large, multicolored, very free flowering flowers and blooms that really make this variety stand out. This is Rose True Bloom True Sincerity.